Yamamoto.
Towards Matthew Stafford on that point.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Christmas edition of our NFL Picks to Post show. And we are joined by Keith White.
Hello.
And we're joined by Rob. Now, Keith by the way, has a YouTube website, Keith W. Long. Rob has a website, Rob ! And Rob has a...
Oh, wow.
It's been a few years, guys.
I'm sure there's times where Darlene wishes that pacifier was still around.
And believe it or not, that horse is still around. And my mom has been trying to sell that thing. It's almost 60 years old now. 55.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, she still has that, which is pretty wild. And then he's got another photo of mine stored away. I got that in 78.
And they're still popular these days.
It still is.
It's just a picture. It's not anything scary.
Yeah, it's nothing scary. It's just me in my bedroom.
And the electric football.
1978. That was probably somewhere between Christmas and New Year's. My mom took that picture. So.
And they still play it, and they still play every year. They have a tournament.
Did you have a mustache in that picture, Rob?
No, I was 10 years old.
Oh, it looked like there was something there.
Every other picture of mine has a mustache. Not that one.
We are also joined by Tim Gillis, a Tim Cleveland baseball fan. He is doing a advanced Stratomatic baseball tournament on his
plug 9:30 tonight. Indians and Yankees game 1 LCS premiering.
Okay.
And also Michael Peterson is with us.
Hi.
And yours truly, APBA Brian. Me and my brother grew our ears out of our neck in those days. I'm probably asking Santa for some baseball equipment, along with my sister.
A baseball glove, a baseball bat, right?
One thing we're getting this Christmas is a lump of coal for our picks last week. Only one of us had a good week at 8-7. Actually, two of us. Michael, you were 8-7.
Of
so
course.
For the second week in a row, you have won the week. Matt McClellan, a friend of the show, was 8-7. The rest of us were 7-8 or 6-9.
Brian,
For Christmas.
I was behind Michael in percentage last week. How did I catch him?
Mommy and Daddy are
Because I forgot, I made a mistake because I was off by one. So you may be tied yet, but he's probably
tied with me, Keith. I'll take that. That's not a bad thing.
Well, he was at like 64 last week, and I was like,
he was 63 last week.
yeah.
Let's see. He is currently 102 and 60. If you got a calculator there, and you are 129 and 79.
Because I'm not afraid to take.
No, you're probably ahead of me, Michael. I don't.
So that's the kind of week we all had.
Yeah.
It's going to get better this week.
That's good.
All right, let's start with the Bolts, the Los Angeles Chargers. They are 5-8. They're going to Las Vegas. They are 5-8. This is going to be played in a dome at Allegiant Stadium and Amazon Prime on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Keith is going to win that game.
Yeah, might as well get it's a good thing we got one of the ugliest ones to get out of the way right away, huh? Oh, God, Raiders only didn't score last week at all. I don't know if that's a compliment for the Viking defense. Chargers, I don't know. I mean, I don't think their quarterback's going to play, right? I mean,
He's
Herbert's
out for
in.
the year.
He's out. He's
Broken
out.
finger and a throwing hand.
Where is it? And I just don't know if I can pick them anyway. They're playing. Just seems like their play is getting worse and worse by the week. Staley, I guess maybe he's lost that locker room. So I'll go with the Raiders to maybe win this one 3-0.
Rob?
First off, I do want to shout out the Tennessee tornadoes that hit this past Saturday. I've been trying to get in contact with a couple subscribers on the channel. The Hobbyist, Roger Ward, not heard a word yet. Let's send prayers out their way. I know Roger's close to the Tennessee-Kentucky border where there's some massive tornadoes. And the Hobbyist is in central Tennessee, where right there in the Nashville area, they got hit bad too. Prayers out to you. If you guys hear me, or if anybody knows the Hobbyist or Roger Ward, get in contact with them if you can. Find out something and see if I'll get back in touch with me on my channel. And I'd love to have great news next week on Keith's channel, and we'll talk about that a little later. But I think Keith's channel's covering it next week. Correct, Brian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alpha Chatter lives in Tennessee as well, but I think he is in Eastern Tennessee. Yeah.
This game right here, man, I'll tell you what, I don't think it's going to be 3-0. I really don't. I think the Raiders can play sometimes with some teams. At home, you just don't know what Vegas is Vegas. You can tell me what you want to tell me. There's reasons people get in trouble in Vegas. The offensive coordinator in Minnesota decides to go out and go drunk driving. He decides to go make a spin. How about four donuts on I-15? That's a good way to get a DUI. When so that's what happened there. The Chargers in disarray. 16-15. I'll take the Raiders.
Yeah, I think it might. I was just being facetious with this 3-0, but it would probably be like 19-15 or something. Yeah.
Well, who knows? It could be 3-0. It was a 3 and a 6-0 both.
Yeah, but it's just.
Tim?
Yeah. So talking about the big lumps of coal, this might. Then again, it seems like every Amazon game has been lumps of coal this year. NFL should just go away from Thursdays, except for Thanksgiving and maybe a couple other times throughout the year. But this is not an opinion show; just the opinion of who's going to win. And
that would be teams that are coming off a bye.
Yeah,
right.
And they still play like garbage.
Give them a short week and let them roll. Yeah.
Tim, you took Las Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Michael?
Oh, yes. Another, and I wonder, well. Do I get my first call of the night? No, not yet. Okay. Anyway, the Raiders and the Vikings. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that was a big
the Raiders and the Chargers. Well, San Diego was in a free-for-all.
Free fall, free for
all. That's how bad they are. They have to go back to San Diego. LAC has to play better. They can't. But they're playing the Raiders. Devontae Adams can catch 10, 12 passes. What does the rest of the team do? Nothing. So this man is going on the island. This man knows that Herbert is out. They still have Keenan Allen. They still have their great running back. They still have their
Eckler.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Eckler.
Yes.
They still have their defense. So give me the Chargers.
And people ought to line up at the betting window on the Chargers right now.
Oh, yeah, they still got that bad defense. That's right.
Yeah. Easton Stick is now the quarterback for the Chargers. He's a rookie quarterback. He's going to be playing on the road on a short work week on the road in Allegiant Stadium. The weird thing about the Chargers is they have scored as many points as they have given up. It's all even, exactly. But they're 5-8. Kind of an indication that their coaching has been letting them down. I can see Antonio Pierce telling Max Crosby, go get the rookie, and it's not going to be pretty for the Chargers all day long. I'm picking the Los Angeles Chargers. Next game.
Taking the Chargers. You taking the Chargers?
Oh, no. I'm picking Vegas. Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm the only one.
I
want to double check before I broke it down.
Leaving you on the island, Mike.
Yeah,
I'm on the
that would have been
That's
something to
fine.
have it on the video and be like, well, I didn't take that one. Well,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure. So that's the only reason I said
You would have
May
to
have-
email us your correction.
Might have to
report.
edit that video.
All right, so you're taking the Raiders.
I'm taking the Raiders.
Okay.
Our next game is the Minnesota Vikings. They are 7-6. This is going to be the first Saturday game. It's supposed to be 48 degrees in
Free.
Cincinnati. And Cincinnati is 7-6. Got some, both teams are coming off victories.
Here comes Nick Mullins.
Won a couple of those national championships in Georgia, then with Shanahan in San Francisco, so he's capable.
And on first down, deflected it into the hands of T.J. Hawkinson. Robert Spillane tipped it, but Hawkinson stays with it. Play clock down to 1. Mullins gets the snap just in time. Mullins will throw to the side. It is caught. Breaking free is Jordan Addison. Now they're well in field goal range with 2:27 to go in a scoreless game.
Browning dumps it off underneath. He's got Chase Brown. He's the speedster. He's got daylight inside the 30. One man to beat. Oh, he makes a move into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Yeah, this is kind of like a little Olay, and the guy went right past him.
And Chase Brown was a little faster than I thought he was also. Okay, I think, Rob, you're first.
Yep. Man, I'll tell you what. The Vikings are one of the 12, 15 teams, I'll tell you this. Don't know what you're going to get. I mean, Dobbs, the first game or two he came over there, he played well. Now, is Dobbs officially benched for this guy or change your helmets.
Oh, yes. No Lori today, so I'm going to be
Yeah, we got you.
zoning out.
Is officially Dobbs benched this week?
Yes.
Or is this kid?
Dobbs-
Yeah, they just said 2 hours ago it's going to be Mullins starting.
All right, it's a tough place to play your first game. Number one, you're used to playing indoors. You're going to be playing outside. Might not be cold. It could be windy. Could be rainy. Could be snowy. Could be anything. We don't know. Cincinnati always seems to have a little bit of a breeze going on. Browning has had enough games to get set. 33-23 Bengals.
You might as well call the Bengals wide receivers the reindeer, the Dasher and Dancer and all that, because they've been speeding right to the end zone the last couple weeks. Looking good. So go ahead and give me the Bengals in this one.
Dancer's actually at Bob's house.
Michael?
What's this cat's name?
Dancer.
Dancer. Oh, okay.
My first call. Hello? Al, you're late. Man, I know you're 79 years old, but daggone it, Al, you gotta answer when I need you. I needed you for the last game. Yeah, I heard you're not going to be doing any more playoffs. You're going to sit and watch them like everybody else does on television. That's okay.
Michael?
Noah will do a better job than you will. I know that because him and his brother usually do better football games. And you can be comfortable eating your popcorn and sit in your recliner. Okay. Bye-bye. Ow. Anyway, the Bengals with Browning's percentage on passing has got to be in the high 60s, low 70s, because he knows when to throw the ball. He knows when not to throw the ball, unless he gets picked off 3 times. Minnesota, disarray with their quarterback situation. I wish that Dobbs would be back at quarterback. If he was, I would have taken the Vikings, but he's not. So I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Michael, 75.5% for.
See what
Brian.
I mean?
Yep.
75.5%. Woo!
Yeah, it's been a quarterback crisis in Minnesota. There are a couple teams that have had to go with 4 quarterbacks this year. This is one of them. So Nick Mullins, as we said, was announced to be the starter about 2 or 3 hours ago. And but they're also thin in other positions too. Madison is probably out the running back, so Ty Chandler will be playing running back. J.J. Jefferson came back from his injury last week, but he immediately got clobbered. Took him to the hospital to look at his ribs and see if there's any internal damage. Checked out the hospital okay, and it's thought that he will probably be back this week. Cincinnati Browning is at 76%, as you guys have pointed out, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He has been outstanding, and I think this discovery of Chase Brown has been good for them too, to work along with Mixon. Defender Trey Henderson's having a great year, 13.5 sacks. We are all on Cincinnati.
So far.
And I'm with you guys. Cincinnati, I think, is just riding momentum as well right now. They're, I think, thinking positive. There's good energy there, good enthusiasm. I don't really feel that with the Vikings. I think the Vikings are still sputtering, to say the least. And if and when they win games, it's going to be kind of ugly.
All right, the next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are 7-6. They're going to a dome city, so playing Indianapolis. They're also 7-6. I think there's 13 teams that are either 6-7 or 7-6. All about the same.
Bunch.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. See, Robert Bryan is picking the Chargers to beat the Raiders, and he's picking the Minnesota to beat the Browns.
Okay, so sorry, I had a question from my sister about a Nintendo game that we used to play as kids. Yeah. Oh, wow. For the Steelers and the Colts, boy, you don't know what you're getting with the Colts. The Steelers are kind of just, yeah. Oh, boy. And it's in Indianapolis. Wow. Only because I think Tomlin might outcoach the Colts coach. I'll take the Steelers on the road.
Michael?
Yes. Well, it's another battle. It's another battle of it's Tom Zach again, or is it Pickett?
Trubisky.
Trubisky. Oh boy.
Tom Zach.
Tom Zach. That's how bad I know.
Tom Zach's kid plays for Youngstown State, though.
That's right.
Oh, no one's 63 years old. It sucked.
I think
That's all right.
Charlie Batch might come in the game for a little while.
And Minshew.
Tommy Maddox.
Because night. The Colts, their defense is okay, and the Steelers' defense is okay. James Conner is back, and that helps their game a lot. But they don't know.
Conner is with the Cardinals, right?
Right.
Yeah, but still.
You talking about Minka Fitzpatrick?
Oh yeah, that's right. Fitzpatrick. Well, it doesn't matter anyway because there's one advantage that's going to happen.
Michael's into the magic Christmas punch or something tonight.
It's indoors. Colts pull the upset with Minshew.
They're actually favored.
It's in time.
Thank you.
Yeah, another week of Mitchell Trubisky, and they're not sure about T.J. Watt. He's got a clear concussion protocol to be able to play.
Wait, that shot he took the one. Oof.
Yeah, if he's back and they've got Minka Fitzpatrick and they've got Highsmith, well, that'll be good. But if they're missing him, it's going to help Indianapolis. Indianapolis' defense is 29th in the NFL, which is not good. And they've got their own injuries. Braden Smith and the offensive line's missed a lot of time. Taylor's running back is out. DeForest Buckner couldn't play last week. The run game is kind of slowed at Indianapolis, and for that reason, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick Pittsburgh to win by 1. Keith?
Yeah, I'm with Tim on this. It's the coach. I just think Tomlin's going to coach the Steelers over the Colts in this one.
Robert?
Michael Irvin came on record this week and he said that Mike Tomlin not only is a bad coach, he is one of the worst coaches in the NFL. I'd like to see Mike Tomlin slap him upside the face, win this game, and then I don't know, then go make a visit at FS1 headquarters. Steelers, when they are down and you count them out, they come out from under the ground and then
like a cornered animal.
23-20, the Steelers will find a way to win.
How did he justify that comment? The one about.
But he said he's an awful coach. He said he doesn't.
Yeah, but he got to have a reason.
He just says they're not, and even unprepared. He even comes up and said unprepared, and I'm like, oh my God, come on.
Yeah, he's an awful coach that has winning seasons every year.
Right,
every year.
right. He's never had a losing season. So until, I don't get that.
All right, our next game, everybody's picking Pittsburgh, the awful coach, except for Mike. Mike's got Indianapolis.
I'm on the island.
You and Michael Irvin.
Okay, we got Denver. The Broncos are 7-6. They're going to Detroit, and that's a dome stadium. They're playing Detroit, who is 9-4. And let's see, not both teams. Denver came off a win.
Wilson has all day here. Now he's going to take a deep shot. Sutton in the end zone. And Cortland Sutton with a flag down makes the catch for a touchdown.
Sutton's an outstanding receiver, isn't
he? Yeah, he's great.
It don't hurt. It don't hurt if you get 9 seconds to throw the ball too. That helps.
Yeah,
it really helps.
All right, I think Mike, you're first.
Mike's first.
But something's up.
Sean Payton calling you.
Hello? Sorry. Hello? I can go through this. Yes, hi, Ciara. Yeah, you going? You gonna go indoors? You don't have to bundle up. Isn't that wonderful? Uh-huh. Your husband playing good? You gonna work on your first baby while you're at it? Yeah. But your husband playing football. I know. Maybe they'll let you stand or sit on the sidelines. But I don't think you want to do that because people are getting hurt on the sidelines. Uh-huh. All right. Well, Merry Christmas to you, too. Bye.
Wow, star-studded.
Agrees with me. Russell Wilson's been playing some good football. He's throwing the ball pretty well. They're indoors again. I don't know what's the matter with Detroit's defense except for Aiden Hutchinson. I just can't figure it out. They play good for a week, then they play lousy for a couple of weeks, then they play good again. Now they're home, so they got all those fans and stuff. But I just don't know. I got a feeling that Jared Goff is going to screw me over. It's going to screw me over in my fantasy playoff. So since Ciara called me, I'm going to go with Russell in the Bronx.
Both teams struggle in run defense, but Denver's is the worst run defense. They're 32nd in stopping a run. And that's a bad place to be when the Lions can be elite running the football with Gibbs on the outside and Montgomery on the inside. So I think both teams should be able to put together some long drives. The thing that Detroit's going to have to do is they're going to need to secure the football. Watch how well they secure the football because Denver is really good at ripping the ball out of people's hands. Both teams are in division races. Denver's rush offense has been disappointing. I am going to lean toward Detroit. I think they're going to win by about 4 in a close game. Keith?
Yeah, I don't know. The Lions are starting to make me wonder if they're more of a pretender this year than a contender, because I don't know, it's like 5 or 6 weeks in a row that even when they've won, they haven't really looked that great. Bears kind of gave them a game, and Denver's playing at least consistently much better than they were early in the season. Everybody beats the Chargers these days, but I just have a feeling Denver's going to win up there in Detroit. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
They did point out in the press conference with Dan Quinn, what's he going to do about their sloppy play the last few weeks? Can you put your foot down on that? And Dan Quinn says, I can put my foot down on that. Rob?
Let's put somewhere else for that, too. But
yeah, right up there. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just two teams going in two totally different directions. And, man, what has 8 weeks done? They were ready to fire, or at least talk about firing the coach in Denver. And Campbell now, you getting talk up in Detroit that Dan Campbell's losing his locker room. And I'm like, wow, really? I don't know. I tell you, this is one right here. It's hard to pick because Detroit's at home. I mean, Denver don't seem to matter where they play. And for that reason, 23-18, I'm taking Denver. I think he's find a way to win this game.
I hope Dan Campbell doesn't come and kick my butt because I called him Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
the DC Cowboys. That was a problem. Okay, Tim?
It almost
didn't answer the phone, so it didn't matter.
Another Christmas analogy here. It almost seems like the Broncos were the Grinch that visited Whoville, and their hearts grew 3 sizes, and it might have had their talent grow 3 sizes as well after that 70-20 game against the Dolphins. They've been a completely different team. Let's hope the reverse hasn't happened to the Lions, especially after that 5-game winning streak they had earlier in the season. To me, the Broncos are rolling, and their run defenses might be both horrible, but is anybody going to guard Sutton? Or anybody else the Broncos throw out there? Not sure. I'll go with the Broncos on the road.
I'm on the island.
Yeah, you are. I'm sort of surprised. I thought maybe I was going to be right there. I'm going to get me some soda.
All right, we got 2 teams next coming up that are coming off victories. The Chicago Bears. The Bears are 5-8. This is the first Sunday game. All the games we've been talking about recently are Saturday games. This is the first Sunday early game. It'll be 50 degrees in Cleveland, and Cleveland is 8-5. That's their record.
And he got the jump. It's a free play. Fields for more. Got him! Touchdown! Bears lead!
Also, Nick Harris in the backfield, 53.
Fake and throw. Flacco wide open. Touchdown, Njoku. What a statement by the Browns on the opening drive.
Kubiak, who had coached Joe Flacco and really likes him.
2nd and 5. Open man, Njoku. He could go. Touchdown.
Njoku had 2 touchdowns last week. Who was first?
You are. I think you are.
Okay, Chicago's defense is improving, and so is Justin Fields. I think Fields is playing for his future, as Chicago wonders with their extra picks if they should pick another quarterback. And Fields is definitely responding. But they've only won 1 more game, and that was at Washington, and they're on the road here. The offensive line, they're good run blockers, but they're average in pass protection. Darnell Wright, their right tackle, got on the Good Morning Football angry runs when he picked up a fumble and really trucked somebody. And so he got on angry runs, but he's had a fairly good year on the offensive line, but he has had 11 penalties. Myles Garrett's been kind of quiet for a couple of weeks after hurting his shoulders. I think he's getting healthier. He did have a sack last week. I wonder about Joe Flacco. Flacco is at 55%, 5 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but he's 39 years old. And when you're 39 years old, this week by week, your body bouncing back gets harder and harder. So as we get deeper into the season and into the playoffs, I'm not sure how if Flacco's body is going to keep up with what it needs to do. I'm leaning toward Cleveland to blow out the Bears. I think Cleveland's going to win by 10. Keith?
Yeah, I think that's broken down pretty good. Fields still holds the ball a little bit too long sometimes. I think he could be a factor scrambling around, maybe get a couple runs, but that seems to happen every game for the Bears. But this is, I do think Myles Garrett's going to be a factor in this. I do think that it's going to cause some problems and end some drives to the Bears. I have a feeling Fields throws a couple interceptions. You got Flacco, who, he's older now, but he at least experienced. I don't think this is a blowout or anything, but I do feel a little more comfortable in the Browns in this one. I will say I've heard from many sources on that play that you showed the highlight of for the Bears there. They said that they had no intention of snapping the ball, but they had practiced that if somebody jumps off sides and that, they snap the ball and run the play. And it was a 4th and 13, so I guess you take a shot. And DJ Moore got open and it worked. So anyway, after all that, I'm sticking with the Browns. So I'm going to go with Cleveland with this one.
Rob?
You know what? This is a wild statement, maybe, and that might come back to bite me. I think this team is going to be in the AFC Championship this year. I really do. I like the way they're playing now. Kansas City's starting to kind of lose some stuff, kind of losing their glitter. Pittsburgh has lost their glitter. Cincinnati, I don't think it's got it going on. I don't like Jacksonville right now. And I think his team, and Buffalo scares the hell out of me, and I think his team can stick right there with Baltimore. I think this could be a blowout, but I'm with Keith, though. I think they're going to keep it with 27-19. 26-17. I like the Browns in this game, but I tell you what, I won't be surprised if they put a 40 spot on them. I like his Browns team. And Flacco makes good decisions, a good decision maker. He does some stupid things once in a while, but I like him overall. I think he's an improvement of what the heck. Browns.
Tim?
Yeah, sort of kind of this year's Browns reminds me of a song that Wham and Taylor Swift and others have done. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
The very next day, you gave it away.
But this year, to save me from fear, I've given it to someone special. And yes, the Browns are special this year. That I did not expect that from, especially losing 2 in a row. And yeah, they had 3 wide open touchdowns. I don't think that'll happen this week, but I think the defense will find a way to corral the Bears offense. If the Browns score 27, I'll be very happy. Let's say Browns 27, Bears 14.
Michael?
Hold on a second. Cleveland. Can you say that 3 times, Cleveland? Up.
Yeah, what, 2? You made it to 2.
Well, let me answer this. Hello. Hi, Bernie. Yes, Bernie the elf. My hero. You're home this week. You know what? I got a message for you.
Bernie.
I like your team, but you gotta stop committing stupid penalties. You don't hit people outside of the out of bounds mark.
Does he realize Bernie doesn't play?
You did that
And Brownie
3
doesn't play?
times last week. Tree. Yeah.
Tree.
I'm telling you, you can't. If he's out of bounds, you just stop or run the other way. Don't hit them. Yeah, and the roughing the quarterback stuff. Do what you want to Justin Fields. We don't care. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Bernie
Think of
agrees.
this like Lutarski saying when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
It's a lot of those penalties of personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. I noticed that. Myles Garrett does it. A couple of other people do it. But Cleveland is more talented than the Bears. I do not like Joe Flacco. I've always hated him. But he's better than Fields. Give me the Browns at home.
One question, Mike. Did you ever watch Andy Griffith's show?
Yeah.
Did you ever see who? Do you remember the guy that was the deputy?
Barney Fife.
Bernie Fife.
Barney.
now it's Bernie. We're gonna call him Brownie.
Yeah, I know. Bernie. Hey, he listens to me.
Weekend at Bernie's.
That's right. He listens to me.
Weekend at Brownie.
No, I take the Browns at home.
I'm just picking on you, Mike.
All right, clean sweep for Cleveland. Next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 6-7. They're going to Green Bay.
That knife was poking right at you there, Rob.
Yeah.
Be careful you don't poke yourself in the head with it.
40 degrees in Green Bay. All right, let's make this a little safer. Here's Green Bay's logo.
Oh, okay.
Right, Green Bay is 6-7 on the season. It's supposed to be 40 degrees and no chance of rain.
Oh, yeah, sure. Cover me up with it.
40 degrees.
You have to think that Tampa is thinking more field position here. You see the target line, play clock down to 1. Mayfield puts a man under it. Far side, it's caught. Godwin. Baker Mayfield putting him on his back. Again, the winner of this game takes sole possession of first place in the NFC South. 35 seconds. Mayfield to the end zone. It is caught. Otten. Touchdown. This is where legends are made right here. Ritter drops back. Fires towards the end zone. It is caught. But London is short. And Tampa Bay has won it here in Atlanta.
A lot of exciting finishes last week. That ended on the 4-yard line. I think Keith, you're first.
Yeah. And who's the sponsor of the Mediocre Bowl? Because this is it. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers to win again on the road.
Rob?
Wow. You know what? I had it before we started 21-17 Bucks, and just a couple minutes ago I changed it to I had it to the Packers. I changed it to the Bucks. I'm gonna change it back. 21-17 Packers. I just don't know if a Pack can play that bad 2 weeks in a row. I'm gonna take the Packers.
Tim?
So weren't the Packers without running back one on last night against the Giants?
They've not had Aaron Jones for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you had Dylan was playing.
J.J. Dillon's playing, yeah.
Yeah. You can't see the like I said, back-to-back weeks, and then we'll get the issues fixed. I'll take the Pack at home.
Michael?
Well, nobody's going to call me on this one, but Tampa's got to go to Green Bay. Green Bay's coming back from New York. Okay, Mayfield had a decent game last week. The Pack, did you see them last night? What was Jordan Love's line? What was his quarterback line last night? Wasn't it awful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, the other advantage, if the game was colder, I would use the Green Bay fire and ice theory, where anytime the game is below 32 degrees, Green Bay is home, they usually win. Not in this case. You said 40? No. And Green Bay's got to play 6 days of rest. I don't think so. Let's go with the Buccaneers. They're the division leaders, and they need this game just as badly as Green Bay, if not more. Give me Tampa.
For many years, it was a thing with Tampa Bay, way before Brady was there. But every time they played in a cold northern city below 40 degrees, they lost.
Right.
But 40 degrees, I think, is not bad for them. I think they'll be okay weather-wise. The thing about Tampa Bay, to me, is that the team in general is so inconsistent. Mayfield's been consistent, and Mike Evans has been consistent, but everybody else has been pretty inconsistent on that ball club. Jordan Love, took a step back last week. They're also missing Christian Watson. He's dealing with a hamstring. DJ Reed has picked it up at the other receiver spot pretty well. I think at this time of the year, Green Bay is the youngest team in the NFL, and I think physically they're probably generally feeling better than the older Tampa team. Yeah, they're home. I'm going to go with Green Bay, and a close one. I got Green Bay by 1.
Gonna be on the island. On the island. I'm gonna be on the island.
Very soon, Michael, you're going to get a 3-hour tour.
Joy.
Be on the
Oh,
island.
no, Mike and Keith each took Tampa Bay.
Oh, you took Tampa too, Keith? Smart man.
I did.
I had a different reason, but still. Smart
I thought
man.
you might have been talking about this next game.
Oh, wait.
The next game is the New York Giants, and that are 5-8. They're going to New Orleans, who are 6-7. Both teams are coming off victories last week.
Sticking with it and giving Barkley some holes. Devontae Wyatt made that bad last stop, so he's back in there. 3rd down and 7. Play action from DeVito. End zone. Catch is made. Touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins.
He set the offensive line up. You couldn't get a better guard in that era than Jari Evans.
Carr going deep, and a diving catch is made by A.T. Perry, 43 yards.
Who's first?
Rob.
I think it's me. Yeah. Guido. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to take our pizza with us, and my kid is starting again. He's going to get his ass whipped. 24-20, the Saints win. No more DeVito.
Tim?
I no idea what to make of either of these teams, and I'm guessing that's why 5-9 and 6-8 record are kind of why they are where they are. Oh boy. Just you know what? Because they get the extra day of rest or extra day to prepare. I'll take the Saints at home.
Michael?
I heard a stat on Pat's show this morning, but first, I knew somebody was going to call. Hello? Yeah, Tommy. All right. I know my friend just said he's only worried about the pasta. What about the chicken cutlets? Yeah. Listen, you're the hero right now. You've won 3 in a row. But I'm going to state this thing. There are 8 teams in the NFC East that have a 6-8 record. And guess what? We're still in the playoff hunt. Oh, 6-7. That's right. They're 6-7, and we're still in the playoff hunt at 5-8. How do you like that? Yeah, my friend Pat said that. But listen, you taking your mother down with you? You got a nice hotel to stay at? Make sure she makes those cutlets for you. You're a big hero right now. You're our hero. Saquon, okay. But Tommy, you are our hero. Bring your parents and everything. Yeah, bye. Tommy DeVito, man, he just fine. He's just been finding a way the last 3 weeks. I'm just worried that they're playing 1 day short. They're playing in New Orleans indoors with a freaking loud crowd, and the Saints are fighting to get that first place and have that wonderful game against either Dallas or Philadelphia where their season will end in the playoffs. Yesterday I went with the Giants over them. I don't know. I'm just worried about, and I'm also worried about the Steve Gleason effect. The Saints might block a punt against them. That's what I'm worried about. I'm gonna go with my Giants, though. I got to. With all these teams, we can catch them. We can be in the playoffs and play this number 7 seed. Woohoo!
Comment of the week. He's trying to catch all 6 teams in the NFC East that are 6 and 7. That's the comment of the week.
Yeah. There's 6 teams that are 6 and 7, and we're 5 and 8. We're still in the playoffs.
Okay, in the NFC East? Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's only 5 teams.
All right, Danny DeVito has been a good fourth quarter quarterback. Last week, he had the highest rating of all the quarterbacks for Week 14. 158 yards passing, 71 yards rushing. People in New York are starting to talk about the DeVito difference. He is 3-1. Other New York quarterbacks are 2-7. That's a really big a difference. I love the video of his family and Sean Stellato, his agent, dressed in all black with the pinstripes, the black shirt, black fedora, and the black pants, kissing the family. Everybody kissing. I'm enjoying the whole
kiss
thing.
the ring, baby. Kiss
and
the
ring. I think the NFL is enjoying it too. They're kind of backing off Tay-Tay, and they probably said, let's see some more of these DeVitos. But back to reality in New Orleans. I think Camaro will run well against New York's defense. Carr to Olavi should happen pretty often. And their swarming defense is going to be getting after DeVito. And the offense, they had a good game. They actually, last week, I think they allowed no sacks against Green Bay. But that's not the usual. They've allowed a lot of sacks this week. And as you all pointed out, New York's on a short week, so I'm picking New Orleans. Keith?
Just connecting some dots. You got the New Jersey, the Giants are New Jersey. And then you have this Jersey Mikes, and we got Michael here, and we got a Danny DeVito and a Jersey Mike's commercial, and then we got a Tommy DeVito. But now they're all down in Nolans, and I don't know if that's really much of an advantage down there.
They got NCIS.
And the Caesars Superdome. I'm going to go with the Saints in this one.
You're on the island, Mike.
What else is new?
But you've been pretty good on the island.
I do.
All right, next game is I just put the wrong one away. All right, next up we have the Kansas City Chiefs. They are 8-5. They're going to New England to play the Patriots. Patriots are, let's see, they are 3-10. It's supposed to be 45 degrees and clear. New England won last week, so we got a highlight for them.
Chappie throwing, caught, Henry, touchdown. Whoa. So Henry, who scored the prior touchdown, went into the medical tent for just a moment, comes back and scores again.
Kansas City did not win.
They send another blitz. Selling out. Flag on the play. Might be a free one. They've got Kelsey at the 30. Kelsey 25, angling back. 20. Now he's going to lateral it back at the 15-yard line. It's Tony. 10, 5, touchdown. Quarterback.
Number 19, offense, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
And that's me falling off the chair. If not Mahomes. Rob, you're first.
No, I think it's
Tim. I think Tim is this time.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim. Okay.
Yep.
Let's just say that it will be a point of contention, Kadarius. Remember, this is where the ball is. You can ask the official if you are lined up off sides. He will tell you. No brain farts this week, and Jones may have at least 3 or 4 sacks for the Chiefs this week. I don't see much for the Patriots offensive line. This will be a bounce back week. I'll say 35-3 Chiefs.
Michael?
Yes. I gotta see what's going on here. I'm looking at a stat for some reason, for some stupid reason. But hello? Yeah, Andy. You what? You're gonna get a congressional hearing on that play? Come on. You're gonna go to Washington and get all those senators and stuff. Don't they got other things to worry about? Yeah, I know, but he was over the line. That you could see it. It don't matter. It could have been the greatest play in history, but it was the greatest non-play in history. Okay? Who do you got now? Bill? All right. Well, you'll make it up. Don't worry. They're pissed off. You get them pissed off. All right? Don't go looking for McNuggets. Don't go looking for nuggies. Don't go looking for food. All right? Concentrate. Get them pissed off. Yeah. Can you believe that? Andy's going to get a congressional hearing about that play. You know? Anyway.
I think he talked him out of it.
Double B, you picked the wrong week to play the Chiefs. I'm telling you, they are going to be so pissed off. It's not going to, you don't know what's going to hit you. Chiefs in a rout.
It has been more than 6 weeks since New England has given up 20-plus points. Their defense has been playing very, very well. I expect Zappe will start. He's at 55%, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Kansas City is frustrated. Both he and Andy Reid in the press conference, Wayne and I were talking about it. I don't think we've ever seen at his press conference Andy Reid. In fact, Andy Reid could videotape one press conference, and he uses about the same thing. If we lose, he says, we got to do a better job. If they win, he compliments everybody. But last week, he was frustrated, and he was kind of mad. He was a little short with some of the questions. I have never seen that in 10 years.
Oh, you never saw it in Philadelphia then?
From Andy Reid. I don't think all the frustration was with the referees, really. I mean, they said that. But there's a lot of frustration with the way things are going. Kansas City has had the same problems since week 1. Drop passes, penalties at right tackle. He leads the league in right tackle. And it's been week after week, and there are, 13 weeks or 12 weeks into this, and they have 14 weeks into this, and they have not been able to fix those things. And so another thing that Warren and I were talking about, they don't have Bieniemy anymore. Bieniemy is a tough guy. He does not. Bieniemy's standard of excellence is high. Not sure about Mike Nagy. I don't think Bieniemy would have allowed the team to sink to such a sloppy level. And that's a problem. Last week, it was nice to have Nick Bolton back. Offense is still 11th in the league. Defense is 3rd in the league. And, I think Chris Adams will have a big day against that New England offensive line. Karlaftis has 9 sacks, 14 quarterback hits. Jones has 20 quarterback hits. I just hope Bailey Zappe gets out of this in one piece, picking Kansas City. Rob?
I still think the Chiefs are significantly better than the Patriots, and the Patriots did surprise me last week winning that game, but I think Kansas City probably makes a statement here and rights the ship a little bit.
So we're all on Kansas City.
Did you pick that, Rob?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Rob.
That's all right. On the first day of Christmas, what did happen? The Chiefs kicked their ass. 46-20. It's going to get messy.
going to have a 2-point conversion.
3 field goals, 2 touchdowns, and a 1 butt kicking.
All right, next game is the New York Jets. They are 5-8. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, they are 5-8. And they're going to Miami, where it's supposed to be 76 degrees and 43% chance for rain in Miami. New York Jets are coming off a victory.
Wilson on the move. The other Wilson with the handoff. Hall, big block out there. Conklin and Ruckert. It's 3rd and goal. And caught for the touchdown. Brees Hall.
Who's first? Michael?
Michael.
Is it me? Is Hill playing?
It's you.
Is Hill playing?
I don't know.
Probably. He went back in the game, and we not heard that he's out. He was on the sideline, and he missed 2 quarters, and then he took a phone call from his wife on the sideline. She said, "Get your butt back."
I thought it was Mike's phone.
Yeah,
It was my phone. That's what it was. I'm not.
Oh, that is why you told him to get his butt back out there.
I guess. What's his name? Zachy Poo. I guess he got lucky with somebody's wife last week after that game. Maybe that's what motivated him a little bit. Hill and Mostert and the running game is good, and divisional game, and the fish need this one. The Jets are just going to enjoy the sunshine. Wilson will get sacked a few times. They'll bring in what's his name? What was the one they benched?
Mike White.
No. Who was the guy that was there 2 weeks ago that started?
Was that Boyle?
Yeah. Well, didn't they get rid of him?
They did because he was a chicken.
Yeah. So, that's right. They got Simeon as their backup. Simeon's used to the mountains, not the sunshine and all this. No, the fish, but it'll be like a 10 to 14 point game. Give me Miami.
Okay. Jets had 3 touchdowns last week.
Woo!
Yeah, going into it with only 10 for the season. Now they got 13. Zach Wilson, 300 yards passing, probably his best week, 2 touchdowns. Still got sacked 4 times because they got the same offensive line. And they only ran the ball for 65 yards. So the running game has been kind of disappointing. Nothing from Dalvin Cook. And Brees Hall has not been blowing the doors off. The Jets have only 2 road wins. They won at the Giants, and that's not exactly a road win. They did win in week 2 at Dallas. Miami, on the other hand, they've got a bunch of injuries, actually. And they had a 14-point lead in the 4th quarter. You look at the schedule Miami's got coming up, it's brutal. After they play, they got Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo. And they got 2 guys amongst their injuries, 2 guys off the offensive line. I am picking an upset here. I think the Jets are going to upset Miami. Okay.
Man, what are you smoking? Get that wacky weed.
Mike, can we see that shirt? Is it dice on that thing?
That is correct, sir. It's got dice on it.
Can you stand up?
Can I? I can.
All right.
I like that.
That's snazzy.
A Hawaiian shirt, too.
Michael Dice. They go in Michael Dice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's
a
why
little wild. Yeah. Dolphins, I think, in this one. They'll score 2 points for the Jets.
Tim? Or Rob?
Yeah. The Dolphins jump through 5 gold rings.
Well, that's the sun there.
And the field goal, too. And when it comes up to be 38-24. Yeah, all right.
I'm hoping this doesn't turn out to Wilson got run over by a defense.
Yeah.
Walking on the football field on Sunday.
Yeah.
They can say there's no such thing as
On his way to your mama's.
But as for on the Jets, they believe. Yeah, I mean, in a perfect world, yes, they could watch the final 2 minutes of that game and say, yes, the Dolphins defense can be vulnerable. That was an anomaly. I'll take the Dolphins pick.
Yeah, I think that I'm on an island here, but I think I'm thinking about their offensive line with the two starters. Armstead's out and another starter's out.
Mm-hmm.
And last week, the pressure rate on Tua was 44%, which is the highest it's been in 2 years. And so there was a lot of concern that Tua could get hit again.
Yeah, that's no bueno there.
And the Jets can get after the passer too. So we'll see. I'm probably.
But then again, like I said, there were a few 1%ers that came through last week. So I mean,
actually, Zach could probably get run over by reindeer because he'd be chasing after Grandma out there on the sidewalk.
Jason Sirianni.
Okay, the next game is got to change the furniture here a little bit. All right, next game is the Houston Texans. Houston is 7-6. They're going to Tennessee. It's supposed to be 53 degrees with a 22% chance of rain. And the Titans are 5-8, and they're coming off a last-minute victory last week.
Protection is good, and Levis lofts to Hopkins, who's got it. DeAndre Hopkins galloping down inside the 30.
What's the status on Stroud?
Doubtful, I think. He's got a clear concussion protocol.
Yeah, he's still in protocol. Yeah. Oof.
Who's a
And
man?
sometimes they don't come back from 1 week. On that.
Who's their quarterback?
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills.
Oh, okay.
Davis Mills.
Stanford.
Oh, okay.
Who is first?
Last year's
You
starter.
up, Brian? You're up first, I think, Brian.
Yeah, so Davis Mills is playing, but he's got weapons. Nico Collins. He's got. What about Tank Dell? Is Tank Dell playing?
Well, I'd say the same thing about Collins. He left the game last week with an injury, didn't he?
That could be true. Houston's pass defense is 26th also, and Levis is coming off his best game. Levis is 8 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 58%. Got great connection with DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins is 898 yards with 57 catches. And Tajay Spears, running back, is quite the compliment to Derrick Henry. He's got some speed. He can hit the perimeter pretty well. So I'm picking an upset here again, too. Tennessee by 1.
Tank Dell just get put on IR?
So Dell's on IR.
They put him on last
What? Titans are favored. Titans are favored in this game, so they're not.
Okay, not an upset. Okay, Keith?
That's not.
Yeah, if Stroud is healthy, I'd go with the Texans in this one. He's not. I know that Mills started some games last year for him. He has some experience, but on the road, Houston's had a couple of tougher games where they haven't looked as good. Lost to the Jaguars and they lost to the Jets. There might have been a game in between there, but I'll go with the Titans.
Rob?
If I knew Stroud was playing, I definitely would go with the Titans this week because I don't think he's as good outdoors as some people think he is. I don't think he can throw in the wind and the rain and stuff. But now I'm looking at Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Cocoa Puffs, and Cookie Crisp. No, I can't go with General Mills. I gotta go with the Titans.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was great.
28-27, 1 point game. I'm with you, Brian. I'll take it 1 point game.
Tim?
Yeah, who knows? We finally had a DeAndre Hopkins sighting for this year, from what I saw.
Hey!
A quick shout out from the last highlight when they said Ruckert leading the way was former Buckeye Jeremy Ruckert playing tight end. So good on him.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, man. Like I said, picking these on Tuesday is kind of rough, but Levis has kind of been, there when he needs to be. Maybe he can develop a little bit more with Hopkins. It's got to be low scoring for them to win. I'll say that much. So sure, let's take a lower scoring. We'll say 17-13 Titans.
Michael?
Oh, Houston Texans, you had a chance for playoffs, but your quarterback got knocked in the head. Oh, poor Houston, where is your running game? I don't know, but I'm hoping it's there. Poor CJ and friends, they're playing on the road, and that means they're on grass or turf. And I don't really know. Levis, you're the king of Nashville without a
Stupid idea.
Right off the top of my head.
Was your pick in there somewhere?
That was off the top of his head. I can see the steam.
Was your pick in there, Michael?
Huh?
Was your pick in there somewhere?
No, I just said I'm taking Tennessee.
Oh.
Oh.
Next game, Atlanta Falcons are 6-7. They're going to Carolina. It's supposed to be 51 degrees with a 42% chance of rain, and Carolina is 1-12. Keith?
Ooh. Well, I don't know. Panthers, they got to win another game sometime, don't they?
No.
Maybe.
Okay. With that, I'll throw the Falcons in. Koo will be the hero of this game.
Yes.
Like 4 or 5 goals.
Young Ho Koo.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Cuckoo, yeah.
Cuckoo. Boy, oh boy. I went with the Panthers last week, and they really let me down. They're going to win a second game somewhere. It's going to be this one. 20-16, I'm taking the Panthers. They're going to win. What did you say, 46% chance of rain?
The chance of rain is 42%.
Let it rain.
Maybe one of those games that get delayed by weather a couple times, like the
20-16
with somebody with you.
Let it rain.
The theme song for the Panthers this season.
I'm working on this one too.
I'm getting nothing for Christmas because our whole team is the poops.
And our first round draft
have a quarterback or any skill players, so that means the Falcons will win.
Mike?
Oh, the Falcons. Boys. 12 golden ring, 12 bites in the,
12 golden rings.
I'm thinking, you don't know, I'm thinking.
Just don't think, Michael, it's got to come naturally.
The weather outside is rainy, and I know the field ain't grainy, but the game is gonna stink. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. The Panthers don't have a defense, and Riddier is just an idiot. And I'm going to take the Panthers. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain.
Oh, you're taking the Panthers. Okay.
He's taking the
I'm
Panthers.
gonna go on the island.
No, not Island.
I'm that too, Mike. See which way Brian goes to split this tie up.
So Rob and Mike were last seen on an island off the coast of Carolina. I'm not joining them. I'm picking Atlanta. Atlanta stumbled last week, but B.J. Robinson's the best rookie on the field in this game.
If he plays.
I've not heard of any injuries on B.J. Robinson.
No, I'm talking about his attitude.
Oh, he'll play. Let's see, Drake London. It's got 745 yards, 56 catches. Carolina just can't get away from the fact that their offense is 30th in the NFL and defense is 31st in the NFL. And their offensive lines allowed 51 sacks. They could play a little bit of defense, 30th, 31st. But Brian Burns and Derek Brown, they can get after the quarterback. Other than them, there's not much of a pass rush. But yeah, I'm with Atlanta. I think Atlanta wins by a field goal.
Oh, by the way, Blaney is Brownie's cousin. Him.
Okay.
All right, we go to the Washington Nationals. Nationals are 4-9. This is the Sunday afternoon games. Now,
Commanders.
Washington Commanders. What I say?
That's in the San Diego Chargers. Don't worry about it.
Los Angeles Rams are 6-7. Washington is 4-9. Who's next?
I think it's me.
Yeah.
The airplane, they're going to catch the flight on Friday. The coach is going to put the headset on, and for 4 hours, dum, 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 you're a dummy, you're a dummy, you're a dummy. It's just going to keep playing for 4 hours. Stupidest coach in the NFL. I can't wait to see him get fired. 36-20, the Rams will win big. Dum dee dum dum, you're a dummy.
Tim?
Rivera's told, come to my office. You will be fired soon. Ba-rum-pa-pum-pum. Rams big.
Michael?
Oh, no, there won't be a song this time. You know, poor Pafford. He should have stuck to his Little Caesars. He should have stuck to his Little Caesars job before he got hurt. But what are you going to do? He's not a bad
solid game on Sunday.
What?
They played a solid game on Sunday against the.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm gonna say so. I was gonna say something good about Pafford, because you got what's his name?
Puka.
Sam the Man. Sam I am.
Yeah,
Green
Puka.
eggs and ham.
You gotta make
Sam
a
I
song
am.
about Puka.
No,
Nakua.
yeah, he's got to throw the ball to Puka. You know, Matthew throws to Puka. Puka and Cooper. You know,
Nakua dance.
You know, but I'm worried about Sam I am. Sam I am is going to get dumped like yesterday's news. Aaron Donald will have 3 sacks on him. I'm sorry, Ron. You better get your resume working. I think that's what you're going to have to do on the plane.
What's he gonna put
Forget
on it?
Forget about being riverboat, Ron. I think your boat has sunk. Give me the Rams.
Maybe
Well said, Michael. Well said.
Yes.
I always said that Rivera, I think, is the most inattentive head coach in the league for several reasons. Washington, this game could be a shootout between Howell at quarterback for the Commanders and Stafford. Stafford's had last few weeks have been pretty good. Both are over 3,000 yards passing. I think Howell is second with 34.66. Puka Nakua is just fun to watch.
Isn't he?
He's tough. You know, he's kind of playing through injuries.
Yeah.
1,113 yards, 82 catches. And Aaron Donald, I like watching him. I've noticed with him, he's got 6 sacks, but he's got 21 quarterback hits. But he's been in the league a long time. He's still playing 81% of the snaps.
Roughing the passer penalties he's got.
He's out there. They don't rest him very much. He's out there 81% of the time. Chris Jones, we were talking about this. Chris Jones with the Chiefs is a very good defensive tackle, but he's He's only at 73% of the snaps. He's not playing as much as Aaron Donald. Yeah, I think the Commanders are going to lose this game by about 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I got LA by 17.
That's probably about right. I like the Rams in this one. And supposedly Montez Sweat said something about the coaching was better in Chicago than it is in Washington, because I think he said the talent was fairly good in Washington on defense, but the scheme isn't as good as it is in Chicago, and thus the performance isn't as good. So bad coaching with a team that's probably lost any faith in their coaches. Rams should win this one.
Yeah, I think the coaching is a problem. Like Andrew Wiley played for years on our offensive line. He's given them 9 sacks this year. Only 4 penalties, but I don't recall any years with the Chiefs where he gave up 9 sacks. Not even close.
It's not the Octobucks.
Next game is San Francisco going to Arizona. 49ers are 10-3, and Arizona they're 3-10. San Francisco's coming off a win last week.
118! Lights up! And we start to Christian McCaffrey on the outside, makes a nice catch, and a lot of room! McCaffrey might go! Being chased, cuts back inside the 10, and he's down inside the 5!
All right, Christian McCaffrey. Who's first on this?
Tim.
Oh, good. It's the most wonderful time of the year when you clinch a playoff spot in the middle of December and don't have to worry. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, that's it. Yeah. I don't see them taking a week off against the Cardinals either. 45-7, 49ers.
Michael?
Purdy, the Mr. Irrelevant, wears a red uniform. He throws the ball to McCaffrey, and all the other teammates score. Murray, he had an injury, can't run very much. The 49ers will win this game, while the Cardinals will go crunch.
Not bad. Not bad.
Thank you.
San Francisco's offense is 3rd in the NFL. Their defense is number 1. And I think if they stay healthy, especially Trent Williams, they're going to be in the Super Bowl. And I think Purdy has a shot at being MVP. 70% passing. He now leads the league in yards, 3,553. 25 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. If Purdy doesn't get the MVP, maybe it'll be Christian McCaffrey, 1,634 total yards and 17 touchdowns. Or maybe Bosa, 32 quarterback hits from Bosa. This team is loaded, and I'm almost ready to say they're a lock for the Super Bowl.
Don't say that.
Kyler Murray is running around, and he'll do a few things, but it's not going to be enough against San Francisco. I got San Francisco by 16. Keith?
Okay.
Yeah. Murray might make a couple dazzling highlight plays somehow in this game, but I like the 49ers to win this one pretty easy.
Uh-oh, Rob's striking up the band. Go for it, Rob.
I'm ready. I got my next carol coming.
I might win the MVP myself while my defense puts the elf on the shelf. 36%. Niners, 36-10.
Oh, boy.
Clean sweep for the Niners. Next game is the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys are 10-3. They're going to Buffalo. This might be the game of the week. 42 degrees, 16% chance of rain. And Buffalo is 7-6.
What's the percent of chance of rain?
It's a 16% chance of rain.
Okay. All right.
And it's only 42 degrees, so it's not going to be raining.
Crazy. 2nd and 8. Down the middle, they go wide open. This is going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for James Cook.
And somehow I forgot to put Dallas's highlight up this week. Who's first?
Michael.
I think.
It's me, Jimmy. Oh man, I don't even want to answer him. I don't even want to answer that. Last Christmas, I gave you my team, but Josh Allen finds a way to throw it away. Then they gotta go with the D of blah, Dallas and blah, Micah Parsons. I hope he stays sick. And yeah, thank you. And I want them to be sick. But I'm gonna be on the island, 'cause I don't want the Cowgirls to win all the time. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
All right, I'm over the notion that Dallas can't beat winning teams. They're starting to beat winning teams. Dak has fixed the interception concerns that they had last year. He's only thrown 6 interceptions. 69%, 28 touchdowns. A lot of weapons. CeeDee Lamb, Pollard. They got Turpin for speed. Micah Parsons played with the flu last week, but all right, and he should be better this week. And Jake Ferguson is really emerging as a tight end for Dallas. If Buffalo had Milano, the linebacker that's out for the year, if they still had him in the middle of their defense, I'd probably be inclined to pick Buffalo. And their offensive line's been great. They've only allowed 18 sacks. But their wide receivers are getting covered. Davis and Diggs were shut down by Kansas City's corners. And I think Dallas's corners are going to do the same thing to him. Bland and I'm not sure who, Gilmore, is he the other Dallas corner?
Stephon Gilmore.
They got James Cook, who's quite a weapon. Buffalo does, but sometimes they forget about him and they just go away from him for a whole quarter. They shouldn't do that. Turnovers could be a difference in this game, and I think that favors Dallas. So I am picking Dallas by a field goal. Keith?
Yeah, I kind of like Dallas in this one too. Buffalo coming off a big win, they're at home, but I just have a feeling Allen might make a mistake too many in this one. So I'll go with the Stars in Dallas.
Rob?
Buffalo is at home. Buffalo come off a big win. Dallas comes off a big win. Wow. Tough one right here. But I tell you what, Cowboys impressed me a lot. And they didn't take your foot off the pedal against the Eagles. They win this one, field goal, 34-31. I'll take the Cowboys.
Tim?
And I would like to see this game be a no punts allowed game. Definitely has the possibility to. Both teams can move the football, but I think Allen will throw more in incompletions. So I think that Bills will be punting more. Wow, it's all going to be who wins. I mean, it's almost every NFL game. Who wins the turnover battle? Or who doesn't shoot themselves in the foot? All right, slight upset. I say the roll will continue for the Bills. Give me the Bills in a.
They're actually.
I don't go on the island by myself.
They're favored to win, Tim. They're favored.
All right.
Yep.
All right, now the Sunday night game.
Well, that's the Sunday night game coming up. Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens. They are 10-3. And they're going to Jacksonville, where it's supposed to be 59 degrees with a 16% chance of rain. No, excuse me, 50% chance of rain in Jacksonville. And Jacksonville's 8-5. And let's see, we got a highlight from the Baltimore game.
Towards Matthew Stafford on that play. Ethan Evans, the punt. Ravens set to get good field position here. Dylan Wallace from the 25. Dylan Wallace breaks out of a tackle, takes it down the sideline. He stays in bounds. He stays on his feet. He takes it all the way and ends the game. There are no flags.
Merry Christmas, Dylan Wallace. First punt return in the NFL wins the game in overtime.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's first on this one?
You are.
You are.
Yeah.
I think so. Right.
You want me to start singing again?
I better start talking. Baltimore lost only one road game this year, and that was the rivalry game with Pittsburgh. But they need some running back help. Lamar Jackson can't do it on his own. Gus Edwards needs to step it up a little bit. Defense has stepped it up, and Justin Metabuke, that's a name we need to get familiar with. He's got 11 sacks, 11 TFLs, and 26 quarterback hits. They did possibly lose, actually I say probably lose Kyle Hamilton, their outstanding safety. He's got a grade 1 MCL sprain, so he is questionable for this week. Did you see Harbaugh throw that challenge flag on a touchdown score?
Yeah, it went out there a ways.
You can't do that. It's like
no, you can't.
There goes.
I thought about texting Harris on that.
4 minutes and 41 seconds to go. You think he needs his timeouts? Yeah, he needs that timeout. But he throws a challenge flag and he just throws it away. Jacksonville is expected. Lawrence is expected to play, even though he has an ankle injury. But Jacksonville's 2-4 at home. They played better on the road. So I'm kind of, for that reason, Baltimore's only lost one road game. I'm leaning toward Baltimore. I think they win by 5.
Yeah, I think the Ravens really playing good. I mean, the Rams played them tough, but I still think the Ravens played well in that game. And Jaguars, Jaguars, I think, are kind of in a little bit of a lull here, or some kind of thing where they're just not clicking quite as good right now. They might get it put back together before the playoffs start, but I think the Ravens will win this game.
Rob?
Shad Khan, you perhaps own the Jaguars. Mr. Lawrence, you're not very good. And you're going to lose this ball game. Quote the Ravens, nevermore. 27.
Tim?
Well played. No singing for me in this one. I think the Ravens offense will probably do enough singing to give them a victory here. The late touchdown pulls it away to make it a much more of a blowout than probably is.
Yeah, Michael?
No, I'm not going to sing either. But, something's bothering me on this. But I hear the sound of the train. And you know what that sound is?
Tom Hanks and the Polar Express.
He ate beans
for dinner. That's the sound of the Baltimore Raven Express.
I thought he ate beans for dinner.
No, that's the sound of the Raven Express. That's the sound of the Raven Express as they chugga through the Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor and Travis. It's going to be a mess. Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 running. Ravens in a rout.
So it's a Jacksonville choo-choo or the Baltimore choo-choo?
Yes, I did.
I thought you went Buffalo. I wasn't sure.
Yes. That will be
all right. Last game, which is on Monday night, are the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are 10-3. It's supposed to be 45 degrees and 61% chance of rain in Seattle. Seattle is 6-7 is their record. Who's first?
Well, you're back to Keith.
I do. I'll go with the Eagles. Both teams are coming off not their best weeks. Not sure what the status is on Geno, but even if he plays, I just kind of like the Eagles to win this one.
Finally, on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me an eagle to fly in a tree. 29, 23.
Fly into a tree?
Fly into the tree. Yeah, not into a tree, but into the tree. Yeah.
See?
Not drunk and
I think this will be a offensive holy night for the Seahawks offensive line. I think whoever is quarterbacking the Seahawks, 4 or 5 sacks minimum, I think. Give me the Eagles. And they did play the 49ers tough, so I will say this maybe be a 15 or 16 point win for the Eagles.
Well, they played the 49ers tough one time.
Yeah, one time we did. Yes, one time. Not on Thanksgiving. They were on their turkey hangover.
Yeah. Michael?
Yes, indeed. Philadelphia goes all the way across the country to play the Seahawks. But I don't know. I got a phone call. Excuse me. Hello? I knew it was you, Pete Carroll. I heard the clown music. You are. The last time I saw you, you were running around back and forth the sidelines, and you got the paper, and you're chomping on that gum like you're a freaking cow. Yeah, the clown music. All you need is something for your nose, the red nose. Oh, I wish you had a better defense. I wish you had a better running game. I know what's his name, Walker is out and all that, and then you got to deal with Sirianni. At least you don't have to deal with that guard. Thank God.
Security guard.
I know he's like a big hero there, but he ain't coming to the game, so don't worry about it. Yeah, keep the clown running. Bye. Edie boy, clown music. I'm sorry. If Gino isn't playing, I don't know if he's playing. I don't know how Seattle is going to really have an offense against that Philly defense. I know they haven't played well in the last 2 or 3 weeks, but it's Philadelphia. I gotta go with the Eagles.
Ripped the defense a new bum hole the other day in the locker room. So
I'm definitely going with the Eagles.
I'm not sure Geno Smith wanted to play that game last week against San Francisco, so Drew Lock was in there. And I don't know if Drew Lock might be going again this week. Philadelphia, their offensive line has been a little inconsistent. Their secondary has been very inconsistent. They're 28th against the pass defense. So whoever plays, whether it's Locke or Geno Smith, if they can get any protection, they should have some opportunities to get the ball to DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and Smith and Jigba. So I think Philadelphia is going to need to have a big game from DeAndre Smith at running back. They got Dallas Goedert back. That's a big add. Got him back last week. Seattle is a little banged up. Walker has been practicing. I think he's going to play this week. Charbonneau's battling an injury. He has been playing. And I don't know Geno Smith's status. The defense for Seattle, it's kind of middle of the road. Witherspoon in the back end has defended 16 passes. He's a rookie back there. Carroll desperately needs this win. They're 6-7, and he desperately needs a win more than Philadelphia needs it. So for those reasons, I think it's going to be a close game. I think Philadelphia wins, but I've got Philadelphia by a point.
Okay.
Any chance the Seahawks have the ball first and goal at the 2 with 30 seconds to go and decide to throw?
Slant.
Well, they might do it now because they're going to really have much of a running game.
Yeah, they don't.
They'll
Have
probably
the
some end around.
Yeah.
Well, there's no chance if Philadelphia has the ball, third or fourth and one, that they're going to throw the ball.
It all.
Right. Even from 3 yards out, they'll do.
They're going to ban that tush push. I can tell you that now.
They said they even mentioned something on Philadelphia. It wasn't on radio, but it was on their after game schedule after the thing where they were really pissed off, and they said that if they had the whole 4 minutes to go left in the game, even on their end, they may do 20 tush pushes to get down the field to try to get first downs and everything in the last 4 minutes to waste time. Can you imagine if that happens? I will say this. I will go on record to say this. The NFL will ban the tush push the very next week if that happened, because
I can see that.
is not the way they want to see the Super Bowl won. Can you imagine with 4 minutes left, 60 yards to go, tush push, and it's 8, 10 of those all the way to the end? No, I hope not. Let's hope it's got to get out.
I think it's a complicated issue. If Philadelphia does do that, probably Jason Kelsey will retire next year.
Yeah, because he hates it. He hates
the tush push.
Yeah.
Deep pockets can't stand it either.
But
the thing, they got to outlaw it. They got to.
Well, are they going to? If they outlaw the tush push, are they going to outlaw helping all ball carriers? It used to be illegal to help any ball carrier.
They'll keep that.
So then, how do you differentiate?
You can't do one without the other.
Well, the one way that you could regulate it is, I don't know if you want to make it where the running backs have to be like. Well, then again, that's victory formation where everybody's all lined up.
Right.
So you can't really do
because
that.
do you want to make the receivers, be outside the hash marks? I've heard that being said.
Well, look what happened with Bell. That's how he got hurt. He broke his leg.
I don't like that. I don't like that idea either, though. Because you can have. There's times that you need 3 guys, maybe 4 guys, and 3 or 4 guys in the backfield. If it is a 4th and 1, I don't have a problem with them running like a wishbone type situation. But I don't know how they're going to do it. But I got a feeling something's going to get done.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's a complicated issue.
Yeah,
Barry, they'll talk about it.
All right.
All right. Now a couple of big announcements here. We're not going to do the NCAA talk today, but we'll do that a couple of weeks down the road.
Right.
Now, for next week, the show is going to be on Keith White's channel. That is Keith long over.
The one with the kitty cat.
Keith W. Long. Okay.
The one with the kitty cat.
So make a note of that and tune into that channel next week for picks. I'm going to be out of town. I'll send my picks in. But I don't think where I'm going to be out in the wilderness. There's no internet.
He'll be far away after being next to me.
I've enjoyed the show, and I hope you all have enjoyed. Philip Reynolds, thanks for joining us.
Are we going to do locks or
locks? Lock.
Oh, yes. Also want to thank Robert Brian. But we do our locks.
Yeah, that's right. We got locks of the week. And I think one right or 2 right. There wasn't many.
There wasn't much that went right in the games last week.
Keith Harris. Keith Harris and Mike.
First of all, somebody had Green Bay.
Brian, you had Green Bay.
That was me. I just said somebody. I didn't want to say it was me.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I took the Texans.
Yeah, they're next.
Texans. Oh, I like that helmet. That's pretty cool. Don't worry, mine's coming up.
Crabby.
Somebody had Miami.
That's me. 5 golden rings. Now it's only worth 27 points.
That went down the toilet.
Yep.
Let's see, Minnesota.
The Vikings. Mike, they put 3 on the board. But they only gave up nothing. Yay!
That's 5 in a row.
A shutout victory for them.
And give Mike some credit. He doesn't really take the guarantee lock type team you would think. He's
why should I?
San Francisco. Let it go, Harris.
There is a couple of guarantees. Shout
out to Harris. Justin. Shout out, bro.
And then Baltimore Ravens.
It took overtime to do it.
Way to go, Keith.
It took overtime return to do it, but yeah.
Yeah. That helps Keith and Mike pick last this week.
Yeah.
I'll pick last. I know what I want.
All
right. So, Rob, who do you got?
You want me to go first, Tim, or you?
No, Rob.
You're lowest in the standings, and you lost last week.
Okay. Oh boy. I hate doing this, but I'm going to do it. If you got to take them, you got to take them. I'm taking the Chefs. They're going to win, and they're going to kill them. Give me the Chiefs.
All right, we'll put the Chiefs in the lockbox.
I'll take them.
I'm going to get the Chiefs helmet. Chiefs are in. All right, next would be
Me?
Tim.
I know who I should take with this, but I'm not going to. And yes, this is a little home bias. I will take the Cleveland Browns for my lock of the week.
I don't think it's a bad pick.
No, it's not. I wouldn't take it, but that's me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, the Brownies are in the box.
Bernie's. The Bernie's.
Yes, me.
You are.
You, Brian.
Let's see. I like the.
I'll bet you I know which one Brian's taking.
I think I do too.
Yeah, I think I'll say yes or no after I see the helmet. Yeah.
Yep.
I thought he would go that route.
What was it? I missed it.
49ers.
San Francisco.
Yeah. There's still one clear one out there I would think somebody else will take.
All right, so now we have
Keith. That goes to Keith.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the one I'm taking too.
Take it, Keith.
Take it. You got me next.
The LA Rams.
Yes. Otherwise known
I wouldn't even go near that. I wasn't
guaranteed lock. Because they take it on the the Washington Nationals, Redskins, Commanders.
Football team.
Yeah, the Washington football team, the WFTs.
To make you go WTF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike.
All right, Michael, our overall leader. Let's go.
I know which one Mike could take.
That should probably be their logo, WTF. Just doesn't have, people can use their imagination.
WFT.
Two giant question marks after it, though.
Yeah, right. Question marks on the other side.
Yeah.
You know what?
We know what.
I haven't taken them yet. I'm going to go with number 6 in a row. Give me Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
I'm a little surprised there. I thought he'd take the Dolphins.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
But it's a divisional matchup, and I get worried about those things.
I thought he'd take the Dolphins.
But no, the Ravens, nevermore.
All right, the lockbox is in. Harris Jessup couldn't be with us this week, and I didn't see him send me my picks. Send the picks.
I did not get picks from him either. So
Mike's lock is never a lock, but it's always a lock because he's always right.
That's right. 5 in a row, baby. Readers twice, fish twice.
Brian, we won't see you no more before Christmas. Me and Darlene would like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, my friend.
Thank you, and I wish you all a happy Christmas too.
I wish you a Merry Christmas too.
Fun time of year.
Are you going to be playing any Strat while you're up and away?
Probably APBA.
I'm sorry.
What age are the children you're babysitting for?
Grandsons, one is in 7th grade and one is in 4th grade.
Okay. Oh, that's not too bad.
Maybe you could get one of them interested in the game of APBA.
I played with them before when we're together. They are both in basketball season now, so we'll be taking them some basketball games and practices.
Good. Okay. Fun.
Well, thanks, guys, and thanks for joining us again.
Thanks, folks. Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
And again, Tennessee, Rob. Tennessee. Anybody knows was it Ward?
Michael.
If it's the hobbyist or Roger Ward, you two guys out there, we want to hear from you because we want to make sure you guys are doing well.
And you can leave a comment on this video. I'd like to hear from you.